So Apple just dropped the iPad Pro M5, and everyone's asking the same question. Wait, didn't we just get the M4? Yep, you're not imagining things. Apple's update cycle is faster than ever. But the real question is the M5 actually a big step up from the M4, or is it just a minor refresh with a new label? Well, let's break it down in detail. Design, display, performance, battery, and whether upgrading makes sense for you. At first glance, you'll have a hard time telling these two apart. The iPad Pro M4 and M5 share the same ultra-thin design, about 5.1mm on the 13-inch model and 5.3mm on the 11-inch one. Both are incredibly sleek, lightweight, and built with recycled aluminum. The ports, camera placement, and button layout are practically identical. Apple didn't mess with perfection here. The M4 already had the wow factor. It was the thinnest Apple device ever made, and the M5 just continues that look. So design-wise, there's no visual difference unless you're counting subtle internal tweaks for heat management. If you were hoping for a redesign or extra ports, nope, not this year. Both models use USB-C with Thunderbolt 4 support, and the Apple Pencil Pro plus Magic Keyboard from the M4 generation still work perfectly with the M5. So no need to rebuy your accessories, thankfully. Now let's talk screens, because the iPad Pro lineup has always been about those gorgeous displays. Both M4 and M5 feature the Ultra Retina XDR panel with tandem OLED technology. You get stunning contrast, true blacks, and vivid HDR visuals. Peak brightness, 1600 nits in HDR, 1000 nits typical, identical across both models. That means if you're an artist, video editor, or just love binge watching in HDR, you're getting the exact same experience. Apple didn't make any display changes here, but honestly, they didn't need to. The M4 screen already set a new bar. The only minor tweak is software calibration improvements on the M5 for better color accuracy and energy efficiency. But visually, you'd be hard-pressed to spot a difference. So if you already own the M4, your display experience will be nearly identical. Here's where the big story lies: the M5 chip. Apple's new silicon brings an impressive boost, especially in AI and graphics. Let's put some numbers on it. The M4 was already a beast, with a 10-core GPU, up to 10-core CPU, and a 16-core neural engine. But the M5 chip cranks things up. We're talking 3.5 times faster AI performance, higher memory bandwidth, around 153 GB per second versus 120 GB per second, and improved ray tracing for 3D workloads and gaming. In real-world terms, you'll see faster rendering, smoother multitasking, and improved responsiveness when working with large video files or AI-assisted apps like Final Cut Pro's scene removal mask or Adobe Firefly features. That said, if your workflow doesn't include heavy AI, 3D, or creative editing, you might not feel a huge difference. Everyday stuff like note-taking, browsing, or Netflix won't really stress either chip. But for creative professionals, the M5 clearly wins. Its new neural engine is optimized for on-device AI, meaning better real-time effects, enhanced AR rendering, and future-proof support for upcoming AI tools in iPadOS. Surprisingly, battery life hasn't changed much between the two. Apple still rates both the M4 and M5 models for around 10 hours of web browsing or video playback depending on your use. However, the M5 has improved efficiency cores, meaning it can sustain that same runtime while delivering more performance. In practice, that means slightly cooler operation during heavy tasks and less throttling under load. Charging speeds remain identical, USB-C PD with around 30-watt charging, taking roughly 2 hours for a full charge on the 13-inch model. So no change there. If battery life is your deciding factor, it's a tie. Both iPads share the same 12-megapixel wide rear camera and a 12-megapixel ultra-wide front camera in landscape orientation. The image quality, HDR, and video capture capabilities are identical, including center stage for video calls. Apple didn't upgrade camera hardware with the M5. It's not meant to replace your iPhone for photography, but it's excellent for scanning documents, FaceTime calls, or quick video clips. Where the M5 gains a small edge is image processing. Thanks to the upgraded ISP, image signal processor in the M5 chip, photos and videos process faster with better noise handling and skin tone accuracy in low light. Still, these improvements are subtle. You'll barely notice them unless you do side-by-side comparisons. Here's where the M5 takes a clear lead. The M4 was supporting Wi-Fi 6E and Bluetooth 5.3. Fast, but not cutting edge. The M5 moves up to Wi-Fi 7 and Bluetooth 6, offering faster, more stable connections with lower latency. For smart home users, Apple also added Thread connectivity to the M5, so it integrates better with HomeKit and Matter-enabled accessories. And on the cellular models, the M5 features an upgraded C1X modem for more consistent 5G speeds. If you work in a connected environment, stream high bitrate media, or use a lot of smart devices, those upgrades matter. Otherwise, Wi-Fi 6E on the M4 is still more than fast enough for everyday use. Both devices run iPadOS 18, and both will receive long-term updates. But Apple's software development is clearly shifting towards on-device AI features, and that's where the M5 gets the upper hand. The M5's neural engine is specifically tuned for Apple's upcoming Apple Intelligence features, things like AI-assisted text generation, image editing, and personalized app workflows. Some of these features might be limited or slower on M4 devices. So if you plan to keep your iPad for several years, the M5 gives you better future-proofing, especially with how rapidly AI tools are evolving. Now, let's talk money, because that's often the deciding factor. The iPad Pro M4 launched in mid-2024 at $999 for the 11-inch Wi-Fi model. The new iPad Pro M5 also starts at $999, same base price, though high storage models, 1TB or 2TB, get pricier, especially with Apple KR accessories added. Verdict: which one should you get? Let's sum it up simply. If you're a creative professional, video editing, AI tools, or heavy multitasking, the M5 is worth it for its faster chip and future-ready AI features. But for most users, the M4 still offers 95% of the same experience. Same stunning display, same accessories, and excellent performance. It's probably the smarter buy, especially if you can grab it at a discount. So, bottom line, Apple's M5 iPad Pro isn't a revolutionary leap, it's a refinement. It future-proofs the iPad Pro line for the next wave of AI-powered workflows while keeping everything else that made the M4 so great. If you're coming from an older iPad, the M5 is your best bet. If you already own an M4, relax, you're not missing much. Either way, both devices prove that the iPad Pro remains the gold standard for tablets, thin, powerful, and beautifully overkill in all the best ways.